What if tomorrow morning every single human being on Earth woke up with a chip in their brain? Not a metaphor, not science fiction. A real chip surgically implanted, connected to the internet, to your devices, and to the 8.3 billion other brains on the planet. The good news, you'd be able to control your TV with your thoughts, talk to your friends without opening your mouth, and read any Wikipedia article in a fraction of a second. The bad news, well, we'll get to that.
What if now? What if your dog could talk? What if we walked on the moon for our morning walk? What if all the traffic lights were always green? What if now?
Oh, what if now? Personally, I would argue that a highly advanced chip like that, known as a brain-computer interface, or BCI, would be the closest we've come to developing a sixth sense, as it would give us a whole new set of skills that were once beyond our wildest imagination. I mean, you guys would have 6 senses, I would only have 5, cause I can't smell anything anymore. Word of advice, don't play around with hydrogen sulfide. But enough about me for now. BCI chips would allow us to interact with our electronics and other forms of technology without even needing to touch them, which sounds a lot like telekinesis. And they would also allow us to talk with each other using nothing but our minds, which is literally what telepathy is. Basically, once you have a BCI chip implanted, if you ever want to talk to your friend, read a book, or watch a movie, all you have to do is think about any of those things, and well, they just happen. This is when the question arises, what if one day we implanted every single human being on the planet with one of these highly advanced brain chips? Would we become some sort of super species, now able to use our infinite knowledge to experience and explore the universe in ways we couldn't have imagined before? Or would these chips be kind of a nuisance because now we'd have ads playing directly in our brains? Or, oh god, what if someone has an annoying song stuck in their head and now it's gonna be stuck in everyone else's too? That would drive most of us to insanity. But to be honest, these would be minor issues. The bigger ones would be if the chips turned out to be the tools that finally lead to our demise as a species, or maybe even something worse. Oh, what if now? Let's take it one step at a time. First, we need to get the chips implanted into our brains. To do this, every single one of us would need to undergo neurosurgery. And let me tell you, as someone who unsuccessfully tried to lobotomize himself, this is not so easy nor safe. In fact, the mortality rate of neurosurgery currently ranges between 0.1% and 0.5%. So let's say 0.3%. That means if we somehow manage to find enough neurosurgeons worldwide to implant the brain chips in all 8.3 billion of us, at least 24.9 million would die. But we're trying to do an experiment here, so let's just sweep those 24.9 million dead people under the rug and move on. So here we are. Every single person on Earth has an ultra-powerful brain chip that not only connects us all to each other, but also connects us to the internet and to every electronic device in the world. Now, you might be thinking this sounds like a good deal, access to all the information we want and the ability to accomplish most tasks without even needing to lift a finger. What could possibly be wrong with that? Well, while on the surface this might seem like such a great thing, there's so much we have to consider. Oh, what if now? First of all, once our brains are implanted with these chips, we would have to say goodbye to privacy. Completely. All of your thoughts, memories, and every single experience you have would be instantly shared with everyone else. You wouldn't have to worry about people seeing your browser history though, because if all our thoughts were shared with each other like that, our brains would become completely dysfunctional before anyone could even comprehend what's going on. Allow me to explain why. According to the most recent studies, the average person has around 6,000 thoughts a day. That's about 4.17 thoughts per minute. So, if all 8.3 billion of us were connected to each other through brain chips, that would mean each person would receive over 34.6 billion thoughts every minute, or 576 million every second. And our brain simply cannot handle such a massive influx of information. 576 million thoughts per second would trigger a cognitive overload so severe that our brains would likely shut down completely. To put that in perspective, your brain already struggles to remember where you put your keys. Now we're asking it to process the entire existential anxiety of 8 billion people simultaneously. Okay, so obviously we don't want that outcome. So let's say that the company that manufactured the brain chip also builds a robust firewall of sorts that prevents us from accessing each other's thoughts and memories. Because without that firewall, imagine one simple sync bug and you wake up on a Tuesday morning with the memories of Aunt Nicole's last wild night out. In detail, in high definition, with sound. No thank you. Oh, what if now? At first glance, this firewall solution might sound perfect, but here's the catch. The company that manufactured the chips and the people who run it can still access everyone's thoughts, memories, and entire experiences. They designed the firewall and they know exactly how to bypass it. This would be such a massive invasion of privacy, it would give the CIA an inferiority complex. On top of that, because the company now has full access and control over your brain and the neural activity that takes place within it, they could actually control exactly what you think and what you do. No exaggeration, you'd be entirely at the mercy of the company's owners. And since their brain chips are implanted in all of us, they would have achieved total world domination. Something generations of conquerors, emperors, and American presidential candidates have been trying to pull off for centuries. And we would have handed it to them on a silver platter, delivered for free, bundled with a firmware update. Oh, what if now? Now, the most naively optimistic among us might think, so what? As long as the owners of the company are good people and don't force us to do anything too weird, then that's totally fine. At least we'd finally stop fighting with each other. Personally, I'm not sure I'd want to give up my autonomy so easily, but I'll play along. Let's say we're now all part of a hive mind controlled by the owners of the company. What if it turns out they're not good people? What if the owner is actually some power-hungry, egomaniacal man named, I don't know, Xenon Tusk? So to answer the original question, yes, a brain chip implanted in every human on Earth would give us access to all knowledge, eliminate loneliness, and potentially end conflict as we know it. It would also, with near certainty, result in one man named Xenon Tusk controlling every thought you've ever had. Which is fine. Probably. Sleep well.